Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Bushnell Prairie City High School one more time as we're back tonight with junior high boys basketball. It is the Macomb Bombers who had their volleyball team here last night. The Macomb Junior High Bombers boys teams are here tonight to take on the BPC Spartans junior high boys teams who are having their first game of the season. Macomb comes in, both squads, with a 1-0 record. BPC comes in with an 0-0 mark. We are about 5 minutes before game time. You're watching BPC Spartan Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And we want to welcome MDH to the title sponsorship role for the TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. You'll see a whole lot of stuff from the great folks at MDH. We're happy to have them on board here for the remainder of this shortened sports season and then all of next year. So excited to have MDH and a great working partnership with the fine folks in Macomb. And with that said, we're just about 4.5 minutes away from game time. We'll be right back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
You know, you see fires on TV all the time. You don't understand what the families are really going through until you've lived it. The day before the fire, life was good. We went to bed, we woke up, and we had nothing. If it was not for Country Financial, we would still have nothing.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
Welcome back one more time to the BPC High School as we are here for the Macomb Bombers and BPC Spartans. And I apologize for the brief break as we were updating something and I was looking at the wrong screen. So I apologize for that. But we're back now nonetheless. We want to go through the starters. Now, I do want to tell you before we get into the starters for tonight, I want to mention that things are a little bit different than normal and you know, average regularly. Seventh grade game is played before the eighth grade game. I talked to Coach Harrison a few minutes ago tonight, and hopefully most times this season they're going to play the eighth grade game first, followed by the seventh grade game. And part of that is because BPC has pretty low numbers. They're going to dress 7th and 8th grade for both games, and they're still going to only have 12 people, 13 people when everybody gets back. So pretty low numbers. Tonight they would have only dressed 5 7th graders. They have 6 on the squad, but they would have only dressed 5. So they wanted to go into tonight's contest, but they're going to play the 8th graders, and they'll see that the 8th graders play first, and then some of the 8th graders that don't play as much in the 8th grade game will play as part of the 7th grade team, but the 7th graders are the starters on the 7th grade team. So as we talk about that, we're done talking. We'll look at the starting lineup for tonight's contest. And you can see for the Bushnell Prairie City Spartans, Brock Beekman, number 3, Lane Huffman, number 11, Carson Christensen, number 25, Tanner Pierce, number 45, and Ethan McKim, number 51. For the Macomb Bombers, it'll be Matt Gock, number 23, Braden Holtus, and I hope I say that right, Holtus. If I'm not, somebody drop me a line over in the message and let me know how to say it if I'm saying it wrong. It's number 25. Jeffrey Lee, number 32, Brady Scalf, number 44, and Nazir Zimmerman, number 45. BPC's coached by Nathan Harrison, assisted by James Melvin. They enter with a 0-0 record. The Bombers come in with a 1-0 record and are coached by Tanner Horrell and assisted by Justin Elby. So we're just about ready to get underway here. We've got Miles on the center court main camera, and then we have Hannah again on the Zoom camera as Coach Harrison is on the far side talking to his players. And we're going to do the national anthem as they normally do before the 8th grade game, but it would generally be before the 7th grade game. So we're going to step aside. So with that, we're just about ready to get underway with the 8th grade game. Again, this is not mistitled. It is the 8th grade game starting here first, and we'll go to the 7th grade game to follow. So again, it's BPC and Macomb. Tonight's contest here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And as is the case with all basketball now, there is no jump ball anymore. The visiting team is awarded the basketball. So inbounding for Macomb will be number 32, Jeffrey Lee. It looks like going to get the ball is going to be Braden Holthouse. And he'll take it across the half-court stripe here. It's going to go right side to Zimmerman. Now back to Lee, and it goes down, touching the ball for his Holthouse. Back to Holthouse on the right wing, looking at three, doesn't take it, backs it back out on the dribble still. He gets it down in the corner to Gock, and he'll lose it out of bounds. A turnover for Macomb, possession to BPC. So it'll be BPC with the basketball now. Looks like number 3, Brock Beekman, is going to play point. It'll go to Christensen. Now on the dribble is going to be Pierce, and his shot's off no good for BPC. It'll go back the other way. Holthouse with it now for Macomb. Macomb on the dribble. Holthouse steps back for 3. Doesn't take it. Gives it to Gock. Gock now is going to give it to Zimmerman at the right elbow. Get it back out to Holthouse, but it's going to be tipped away by Beekman and then stripped back away by Gock and picked up by Holthouse. And it's going to be back down the right side now. He's going to be picked up there by Huffman. I do believe it is Huffman. And on to Zimmerman, right elbow. He's going to skip it over to, first time touching the ball actually was Scalf, and now it's going to go back right wing to Holthouse. He'll take the 3 that time. It's in and out, no good. Rebound down low is taken by Christensen. It'll be going back the other way for BPC. Beekman with the basketball now. It's going to be Huffman. Down in the corner it goes. Touching the ball for the first time is McKim. He looks down low to Christensen, who misses a shot. Rebound to Zimmerman for Macomb, and Holthouse brings it back the other way. Holthouse still on the dribble, picked up by Huffman. Now it's going to be number 32, Jeffrey Lee. Zimmerman has it stripped away by Huffman. He's going to go back the other direction, loses the ball. And it's going to be Holthouse taking it back to his Gock, or excuse me, it was Lee who got it. Holthouse's shot's off, no good. Gets his own rebound through Huffman's hands. Now it's going to be stripped away and then stripped back away by Holthouse. And then he's going to be on the line. It'll be an over and back violation, possession to BPC as we're at 4:05 mark. A 30-second timeout going to be charged to BPC. Hoping to bring you the contest here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is the Bushnell Banking Center. Bushnell Banking Center, located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell, offers full-service banking and loan services for all of your banking needs. Come visit the bank, a friendly service, or call them at 309-772-2345. Good luck, Spartans. Bushnell Banking Center is an equal housing lender and member FDIC. So 30-second timeout. Not sure if they're going to do the media timeout like the high school does or not. I was not told for sure if they're going to do that. We'll let you know if they are. 4:05 to go here in the first quarter. Still no score. BPC with the basketball. Inbound in, it's going to be number 25, Christensen. He'll give it to Brock Beekman as he comes near side to Huffman. Huffman on the drive. Pull-up jumper from about 10 feet, and he's going to be fouled. That'll be the first foul of the contest. It's going to be on Macomb. And Huffman's going to be shooting 2 free throws. Not sure who that foul was on. Huffman at the free throw line shooting 2. First one's off, no good. Have to see if we can figure out later who that foul was on. Second free throw for Huffman is good. BPC leads by 1-0 here early in the ballgame. 3:53 to go in the first quarter. Scalf, nope. Yeah, Scalf on the shot. It's off, no good, and it was on the baseline. As going in to try to save it was number 31, who I don't have on my 8th grade roster for Macomb. I'll take for granted that must be, and I still don't have him on my roster, so I don't know who the 31 is. If somebody knows who 31 is, please let me know. BPC with it. The shot is up, off the mark, no good. That was Pierce with the shot. That's going to be Holthaus with it. Holthaus on the drive. Running one-hander is off, no good. Rebound by number 31. His putback is good. Put him in the book here and see if I can get a name on him at some point. 2-1's the score. The Bombers with the lead. Pierce had a nice look down low, looking for Christensen, but it's knocked out of bounds. Zimmerman's going to check in. Scalf is going to take a seat. And this is going to be the media timeout. They are going to take a break. So with that, it's 2-1. Bombers with the lead. We'll be right back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
So, welcome back. They did not take the timeout. The coaches, neither one wanted it. Macomb never left the floor, and BPC didn't really want to take it, so we're going to go back to playing basketball here. 2-1's the score. Beekman with it to Huffman. Huffman's going to look to drive and dump it down low. And then across the lane, he tries to get the pass to Pierce. A jump ball. It's going to stay with BPC. Inbounded to Huffman. And it's Christensen, and he has it knocked away. Holthaus is going to take it back the other way for the Bombers now on the dribble. Nice pick there. Down low it goes from Gawk. Count the basket. We really need to figure out who number 31 is. If anybody's watching knows who that young man is, please let me know. He has one free throw coming. One foul apiece for each team. Free throws off, no good. It's 4-1. Bombers with the lead. Christensen with the rebound. Beekman will bring it up for BPC. Huffman with it. He'll go to McKim. Back to Pierce. Pierce skips it across to Beekman. Beekman for 3. A bank shot off, no good. Holthaus with the rebound for the Bombers. He'll push it back the other direction. Gonna go right to the rim, and the layup's off, no good. Rebound to number 31, and his shot's tipped away, but he got it back, and then Holthaus is going to be with it. He picks up the dribble, comes up to Gok. Left side it comes to number 32. That is Lee. And then Huffman steals it from Gok, and Huffman with the layup the other way. It's good, and BPC closes the gap to 1 point, 4-3. Lane Huffman with the bucket. And now Beekman with the steal. He steals it from Gok as well. A little bit of a trip. Huffman's there for the putback, and it's off no good as well. You know, surprised there wasn't a foul call there as Beekman kind of got tripped going in, but Holthaus is going to take the three. It's off no good. Ball tipped by Zimmerman, picked up by Pierce for BPC, and it'll go back the other direction. Beekman with it as we approach the 1 minute mark of quarter number one. He comes across the half-court stripe. A bunch of subs ready to come in for these two teams here as we approach the end of the first quarter. It's Christensen, gives it back to Huffman. Huffman gives it to Beekman. Beekman on the right wing goes to McKim. McKim looks into Pierce. His shot's off no good, but a foul is going to be called on the Bombers, number 31, excuse me. Pierce is going to be at the free throw line, shooting 2 free throws. First free throw is good. Couple Bombers checking in. Number 14, Yun Yoshimura. And also checking in, back in is Brody Scalf. In for BPC, number 30 is Connor Upton. Second free throw coming. So we're knotted at 4 for Pierce here. Second one is good as well. Gives the Spartans a 1 point advantage. 5-4. 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Lee with it. He has his pass taken away by Huffman. Huffman pushes it back the other direction. Stops, puts up the shot. It's off hard to glass. Upton with the rebound and the putback. It's off no good. Holthaus going to down court it to Zimmerman on the transition, and Zimmerman misses a shot. Lee has the rebound as it went through Huffman's hands. Now Holthaus comes up with it with 15 seconds to go. He's going to come back up top to Lee. Lee right side to Holthaus. Holthaus goes to Zimmerman. Holthaus cuts to the basket, nothing doing. We're down to 4 seconds. And Huffman's going to steal it away. He's going to take it back the other way. Running one-hander, it's just off the rim, no good. Got rid of it just in time, but it's going to fall out of the basket instead of through the basket. And that brings the end of the first quarter. And it's BPC leading Macomb 5-4. And welcome back to BPC High School. So we have the 8th grade game going on. As we said, we switched the games a little bit here. So the 8th grade game is first, followed by the 7th grade game. BPC's got a total of 13 players, so both are going to play some 8th graders in the 7th grade game. So Coach Harrison, whenever possible, he said, is going to try and play the 8th grade game first, which does make a little sense. If he's going to have to play some 8th graders in 7th grade, the teams know who will play the most in the 8th grade. Yoshimura is going to inbound it for Macomb. The second quarter starts with Macomb having the basketball. Gok with it, has it tipped away by Huffman. Huffman unable to track it down before it goes out of bounds. Possession to Macomb as the overhand pass by Gok was knocked away by Huffman. We go right side to Scalf, down to Zimmerman. Zimmerman's turnaround jumper is in and out, no good. Yoshimura with the rebound, blocked by Upton, and then Beekman's going to have it stripped away. He's going to gather it back, goes left side to Upton. Upton loses the ball, picks it back up, gives it to Pierce. Pierce now looks to drive, gets it to Christensen, and Christensen travels with it. 5:29 to go here in the first half. 5-4, BPC with the lead. 2 fouls to 1 in the first quarter. No fouls here in the second quarter as of yet. Gok's going to go right side to Scalf. Scalf to Holthaus. I hope I'm saying his name right. Now it's going to go to Gok. Gok is going to be manhandled by number 30, Connor Upton. That'll be the second foul for BPC. 2 fouls apiece now for the Bombers and the Spartans. Gok to inbound. And close to 5 seconds. Going to throw it. Went to Yoshimura, but he cut instead of zagged, and then Beekman's going to throw it off of Holthaus out of bounds. It'll be BPC basketball, 5:06 to go in the first half. Pierce is going to inbound now. He's going to get it to Huffman. Beekman. Beekman looks to drive, now comes back to his right hand. Wanted to get it to Pierce, but it's slapped away by Holthaus and picked up by Zimmerman, and Zimmerman takes it back the other way now. Now Huffman's going to scoot in from behind and steal it away from Zimmerman. Clock is running, 4:45 to go in the first half. Now Upton's shot is up off the mark, no good. Christensen with the rebound. He's going to put it back up. It won't go, but he'll get 2 free throws, and I believe the foul is going to be on number 45 for Macomb. It is number 45. Nazir Zimmerman picks up the foul. It'll be his first, I think, team's third. Free throw by Christensen is good. Checking in for BPC is going to be number 51, Ethan McKim. Christensen, 2 free throws here. And Macomb is going to take a full timeout. Today's game being brought to you here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH by Hensley Grain and Rural Bushnell. They have a long family history of taking an active role in Bushnell Prairie City School District and especially Spartan athletics. Good luck, Spartans, in 2021, and enjoy your shortened athletic campaign. As I said, timeout by Macomb that time. Each team has 4 timeouts remaining. BPC leads 6-4. And Carson Christensen to shoot the second of 2 free throws here for the Spartans. Free throw is up, off the back of the rim, no good. Holthaus with the rebound for Macomb. 4:32 to go in the first half. Yoshimura is going to give it to Holthaus. Holthaus now is going to go right side to Gok. Gok on the dribble is going to have his pass taken away as he looked for Yoshimura. And Huffman's going to drive again. This time Gok is going to pick up the foul. That's the 4th foul for Macomb. Lane Huffman shooting 2 free throws. He is now 2 for 3 as he makes the first one. Second one is off, no good. Holthaus with the rebound as Huffman is 50% from the free throw line. Little spin move on the dribble. Backs it out, gives it to Yoshimura, and he travels with the basketball. So, BPC with the basketball. Beekman's going to bring it up for the Spartans. We'll take a look through Hannah's camera, the little zoom camera. Get a little up-close personal look of the game here for a little bit. It's Beekman with the dribble. Comes up top. Gonna give it to Huffman now. Huffman for 3. It's off, no good. Ball's tipped around. Yoshimura is going to come up with it. Going to go to Holthaus. Holthaus is running. Layup is again off, no good. That's 2 layups. Holthaus has missed now. And it's going to be Macomb with the basketball as he got his own rebound. He puts the shot up over Pierce. Pierce that time, good defense, gets the ball and the rebound. And it's going to be Beekman taking it back the other way for BPC. Spartans lead 7-4 with 3:10 to go, or 3:14, to go in the first half. McKim with the rebound on a miss by Pierce, out to Huffman. Back to McKim it goes. McKim takes one dribble and tries to get it back to Huffman. It's going to be taken away by Holthaus. It's going to go off of Pierce's foot out of bounds as Pierce reached in and stripped it away, but couldn't get it back. And Zimmerman is going to come back in. He's going to replace Yoshimura. John Yoshimura takes a seat. Nazir Zimmerman is his replacement. Gok with it. And he was looking for Zimmerman, and Zimmerman again cut as well. You can tell both these teams, and now Zimmerman's going to tip it away out of bounds from behind. And we have the media timeout on the floor with 2:47 to go. We're doing it under 3 minutes. So we're taking a little break. We'll be right back after this.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance
in the weight room.
Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, you better come home because there's no roof. He said, I look up and see the sky. He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
And just in time, we come back for BPC to inbound the basketball. Pierce going to inbound to Huffman, to McKim. McKim's going to look to put it up, can't do it, so he's going to give it out to Huffman. Pierce with it now. He's going to try and drive. Pull-up jumper from about 10 feet is good for Pierce. Gives him 4 points on the contest. And the Spartans have a 9-4 lead. Gok. A long shot's off, no good. Got backboard. Christensen with the rebound, and BPC will take it back the other way. 2:19 to go in the first half. Beekman's going to drive, dump it down to McKim. McKim's jumper's off, no good. Rebound tipped around, finally picked up by Christensen. Christensen's going to get it to Beekman as we approach the 2-minute mark here in quarter number 2. Beekman tried to get it across to McKim. A good look, but coming down to knock it away was number 32, Jeffrey Lee for Macomb, and number 31 checking back in for the Bombers. And we'll take a 30-second timeout. It's going to be charged to BPC. We're bringing a contest here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is Farmers and Merchant State Bank of Bushnell. For over 100 years, Farmers and Merchant State Bank of Bushnell has been serving the local community's needs for personal and business banking, as well as home and agricultural lending. Stop by the main branch at 44 East Main Street or their drive-up facility on Cole Street to learn more. F&M Bank is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender. So, after the 30-second timeout, 1:55 to go in the first half. BPC leads Macomb 9-4. This is the 8th grade game. Playing the 8th grade game first so that we can play some of the 8th graders who don't play much here in the 8th grade game and the 7th grade game. The 7th graders are dressing just 5 players tonight. McKim gives it to Christensen, to Beekman. Well under the 2-minute mark. Now Beekman's bounce pass taken away by Zimmerman as he looked for McKim again. Holthaus is going to be with it now as he's going to drive. McKim's going to stop. Well, Huffman got there to shut him off as well. And Gok has it. Right side it goes to Lee, and Lee's going to skip it across to Holthaus. He'll look for 3 left corner. It's up and in. That's the first basket since the first quarter for Macomb, and Holthaus gives him a 3 and cuts the lead to 9-7. And now Beekman's going to travel with it, and it'll be a turnover back to Macomb. Checking in for BPC will be number 30, Connor Upton. Full house with it now for the Bombers. 1:13 to go in the first half. Lee on the right wing looks into Zimmerman. Zimmerman drives on Pierce, puts up the shot. He's going to be fouled by Pierce. Be his first, team's third. Two shots coming here for Nazir Zimmerman. First free throws of the game. Off no good. It's actually not the first free throws, but it is the first looking to make their first free throw. Second free throw by Zimmerman is off no good. Pierce with the rebound. Beekman's going to take it up. 1 minute remaining here in the first half. Huffman with the basketball, and the Spartans lead 9-7. He's going to drive the baseline, has it tipped by number 31 right back to him, and he was out of bounds. It was Huffman, so it's going to be Macomb basketball. 53.1 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Lee with it. Down in the corner it goes to number 31. And again, I'm sorry I don't have that name at all on my rosters. Huffman steals it away. Pierce has it now as it goes back the other way with Beekman in control. You know who is not out there? I don't think there's... I have 41 as Chasten Vanonic, and I wonder if he's 31 instead. Upton for three. It's off no good. Pierce wanted the rebound. I think that's Vanonic. We're going to say that's Vanonic anyway with the rebound. We'll see if I'm correct with that later. Holdhouse with it to 12 seconds. Zimmerman for three, left wing. It's off no good. Holdhouse with the rebound. Puts a little shoulder into Christensen, and he's going to knot the score at 9 apiece. And then Beekman's going to travel with it with 3.4 seconds left, and the Bombers are going to have a chance to take a lead here after being outplayed for much of this half, but they've closed the gap and tied it at 9. 3.4 seconds left, and Gok to inbound. Vanonic was open for a second. Pierce with it, and it's going to be, that shot's no good even if it goes. That's the end of the first half of play. We are 12 minutes into play, 12 minutes left to go, and we're going to start all over again as we're 9-9 here in the 8th grade game. You're listening to BPC Junior High basketball against the Macomb Bombers on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll be right back after this.
You know, you see fires on TV all the time. You don't understand what the families are really going through until you've lived it. The day before the fire, life was good. We went to bed, we woke up, and we had nothing. If it was not for Country Financial, we would still have nothing.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
Welcome back to BPC High School. Junior high basketball being played here today. It is the Macomb Bombers in town to play the BPC Spartans. It is 8th grade basketball right now. We're knotted at the halfway point, 9-9. I'm going to bring you the contest here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH's Webb Family Farms. Webb Family Farms has been growing corn, soybeans, and Spartans for 5 generations. Nathan, Lisa, Jamie, Cyrus, Terry, and Linda wish all BPC athletes good luck this season. And M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store, will be celebrating its 60th anniversary in June. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the community and offers top-notch customer service, free delivery within 40 miles, and the best in-home appliance repair in the area. For everything you need to furnish your new home or to replenish an old one, stop and see the fine folks at 41 West Main Street, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or on the web at www.m, the word and B, furniturinc.com. You can also call them at 309-772-2111. And Country Financial agent Shelley Poston. See Shelley Poston at Country Financial to learn more about protection for the things in your life that matter the most and get started on a plan for a comfortable future. Contact Shelley Poston today at Country Financial, 309-772-3003. So looking at the scoring of the first half, a couple players have scored. I believe that's Chaston Vanonic. That's what I'm going to go with anyway. They don't have a 41 over there, but they got a 31. So I'm going to go with it being Chaston Vanonic. He's got 4 points in the first half. And 5 points for Braden Holthouse so far here tonight. For BPC, 4 points for Lane Huffman. Okay, Sally Adams, thank you. I just now got to look at the sheet. And Lisa Scaff, thank you very much. Chaston Vanonic. I should have put 2 and 2 together a little sooner than I did. I apologize for those folks from Macomb that are listening. I guess the 1 and should have been a dead giveaway, hadn't it? But it wasn't, so I apologize. Carson Christensen for BPC has 1 point on 1 of 2 free throws. Tanner Pierce has 4 points as well on 2 of 2 free throws. 9-9 at the end of the first half of play here at BPC High School. I want to welcome everybody from Macomb and from Bushnell who's watching at home. A little bit different for BPC. They only have 13 total players in the junior high basketball boys program. So normally we would take an extended break and have to clean the gym and clear the gym. I'm not really sure how long of a break we're going to take tonight because I know that the 7th grade parents that were already here, and I don't know if the 8th grade parents knew they were supposed to be here yet, but at any rate, they are all here and they don't have to leave because both groups are playing both games. So I'm not real sure how much of a break we'll have, but we will still take our normal break that we take between games to separate the two groups and separate the two files. But also we have a couple of housekeeping things we have to do on our end of things for the production. And we'll just keep everybody up to date on that. I wanted you to know what was going on. I don't think, as I said, it'll be a very long break, but we'll take a very short one, get things ready to go, and we'll be ready. So once again, I want to thank Sally Adams and Lisa Scalf for hopping on. Let me know that was Chaston Vanonic. I apologize that I didn't catch that earlier. So we're just about 4.5 minutes away from second half action. With that, we'll take a break, and we'll be right back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True Convection Cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True Convection Cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Welcome back to BPC High School. As you can see, we got a couple new commercials and put them through the system, and they didn't come quite through right, so I apologize for that. We'll keep working on that as things move through. As we've said, we knew there'd be a few growing pains as we move through things here and learn all the ins and outs and try not to have any major catastrophes. But we're just about ready as both teams are back out on the floor now for the Bombers and Spartans as they're taking some warm-up shots. Again, everybody you see on the floor for BPC currently, which Hannah zoomed in over there on them. She's doing good as usual. Has all the 7th and 8th grade, everybody's on the floor there for BPC. We take a look to the other end for Macomb. That is just 8th graders out there for Macomb. And their 7th grade team is up along the wall on the far side as they have 15 7th graders and they have 8 8th graders. Heard good things about their 7th grade team. We'll see how they go, and we'll see what goes on for BPC from here on out. We're knotted at 9 apiece with the third quarter just about ready to start. Been a good game so far. Several turnovers, but neither one of these teams, we've said this about high school when Kelly Sears and Chris Frankhauser were helping with some of the varsity games and JV games at the high school level. At this point in the year, you would expect these teams to really be in the flow of things, but the Spartans playing their first game, Macomb just playing their second game. So, you're seeing some kids that haven't had a ton of practice. They didn't get as much preseason practice as they normally would. And in the last week, they've lost multiple days of not being able to not practicing because of weather, which also cost both of them a couple games, I'm sure. So it's just been a double-edged sword coming after them here early in this shortened season as it was. Do want to tell everybody, if you're watching for BPC, there is a lot of stuff going on here in the next few days. Tonight, the girls volleyball team, junior high girls volleyball team, is at Monmouth ICS, and the girls varsity and junior varsity basketball teams for the high school are at West Prairie tonight. Tomorrow night, we'll be back on for TSSR Game Time Live for high school boys basketball versus West Prairie here at Bushnell Prairie City High School. Then on Saturday morning at 10 a.m., we'll be back on again as the West Prairie Junior High travels to BPC for a game here as well. But also junior high volleyball is back in action Saturday at West Central, and high school girls are back in action at Farmington on Saturday. On February 22nd, that's Monday, high school girls are at South Fulton, and junior high volleyball is at South Fulton as well. As we're ready to get underway here. Second half action as BPC has the basketball to start the second half. 6 minutes on the clock as it's running now as Huffman with it going the other direction for BPC as he looked into Pierce. Pierce couldn't grab a hold of it, and they're going to call a jump ball as Lee reached between Christensen's legs to tie it up. And it's going to be possession to Macomb. 5:48 to go in the third quarter. Do play 6-minute quarters here in 8th grade basketball. If anybody's keeping track at home, wondering why it was getting done so quick, that would be the reason why. Holdhouse with it is going to drive a little Euro step and a 2-point bucket for the 8th grader from Macomb, Braden Holdhouse, and he got 2 more here in the third quarter. That makes it an 11-9 lead. And it's going to go through Beekman's legs, over and back as Christensen dove on the floor to grab the ball and then threw it back to Beekman, and Beekman couldn't hold on to it. And it's going to be Macomb basketball one more time. Lee's going to get it to Holdhouse. He's going to pull up from about 18 feet. His jumper's short. Went through the hands of Scalf, and it's going to be picked up by BPC. Pierce to Huffman and to Beekman, and he'll bring it back the other way for the Spartans. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Beekman nearly got called for a double dribble there as McKim has it way out there, and he's harassed by Zimmerman, and Zimmerman's finally going to pick up the foul. According to my book, that's 2 for Zimmerman, first of the second half for the Bombers. And now they're going to come up and play a tight man defense. You can hear maybe Coach Horrell over there telling them, let them get the ball in and then pick your man up. So it's going to be up top from Christensen to Beekman. Beekman wants to drive, dumps it out to Huffman, has it tipped away, but Huffman's able to track it down. Going to be Pierce with it now as he's picked up by Scalf again. And his pass is nearly taken away by Gach. It's picked up by Beekman. A little poor spacing there for a second, but Huffman backed away. Beekman still on the dribble. Holdhouse nearly comes in and takes it away. Now it's going to be Huffman, dumps it to McKim. McKim out top to Beekman, but a timeout's going to be called by BPC. It's a full timeout. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back. Macomb leads 11-9. So the timeout charge to BPC, that leaves them 2 timeouts. They trail by 2, 11-9, 4:16 to go here in the third quarter. 6-minute quarters for junior high 8th grade basketball. First horn as we come out of the timeout. It's Zimmerman, Gawk, Lee, Holdhouse, and Scalf on the floor for Macomb. For BPC, it's Pierce, Christensen, McKim, Huffman, and Beekman. Both teams with their starters on the floor right now, just under 2 minutes into the second half. Beekman and Huffman nearly lose it, knock it off of each other across half court, but Beekman tracks it down. Beekman for 3, a good-looking shot, but it's off no good. Rebound's going to be to Pierce, and then I believe Scalf's going to get called for the foul. Number 44, we'll wait and see for sure, but I believe that's who it is. It is Scalf on the foul. Team's second. Pierce to inbound. Huffman gives it to Beekman now. Beekman gets it back out to Huffman right side. Huffman's going to drive on Holdhouse. Going to come up to Christensen, back to Huffman. Beekman with it now left wing. 3:45 to go in the third quarter. McKim with it down low from Huffman. Now Beekman for 3, top of the key. It's short. Rebound tracked down by Christensen, tied up by Gawk, and it'll be BPC basketball. Beekman will inbound for BPC. Heard him call a line Pierce was wide open, and Beekman couldn't get him the basketball. Christensen with it up top. He'll pull up for 3, way off. Tracked down by Holdhouse. And he'll take it back the other direction. Huffman's going to be down there trying to cut him off, and he's going to go right to the rack. And Christensen is going to foul him almost after the shot, but a foul nonetheless. I believe it's BPC's first foul of the second half. Upton's going to check in after the first of 2 free throws for Holdhouse. First free throw is good. Upton replaces Christensen. 12-9 is the score. BPC yet to score here in quarter number 3. 3:20 to go in this third quarter. Almost halfway through. Second free throw is off the back of the rim. No good. Zimmerman high for the rebound. A good rebound by Zimmerman, and he's going to be fouled by McKim. It is a foul on McKim. Team's second. Zimmerman's going to be shooting 2 free throws now for the Bombers. He's 0 for 2 in the game. Well, he made that one. Trying to get back to 50%. Checking in for BPC. Number 34 is Braxton Rhodes. In for the Bombers is number 31, Chasten Vanonic. Free throws off, no good. And it goes off of Holdhouse, out of bounds. Possession to BPC. And it will be Rhodes to inbound to Beekman. 3:10 to go in the third quarter. 13-9 is the score. Upton with it, and Zimmerman fighting for it. to Rhodes, now to Beekman. Ball taken away by Gok. And they go back the other direction. Holdhouse on the drive. Goes to Zimmerman right side. They're calling it a 3. It's short. Picked up by Upton. Upton will take it back to Beekman, and Beekman across half court now. He'll go to Huffman right side. Goes down to Pierce. Pierce turnaround is off, no good. It's going to be Lee with it, and a jump ball is going to be called. Possession to Macomb. Checking in for Macomb is John Yoshimura. It's still 13-9. 2:20 to go in the third quarter. Huffman was down there guarding Lee, not letting him get the ball inbounds. Yoshimura had to come down and help out. Now Holthouse coming with it. He'll pull up for 3, left wing off, no good. Pierce with the rebound for BPC. (13-9) is the score. Call a foul. It's going to be on number 45. That's Nazir Zimmerman. I have him for 3. It's going to be out of bounds. Christensen's going to check back in, replacing Upton. And it'll be BPC basketball on the far side. Zimmerman has 3 fouls. Pierce to inbound. He'll get it into Beekman. 1:55 to go in the third quarter. Huffman to Pierce. Pierce is going to try and back down Vanonic. Turnaround, jumper off, no good. Partially blocked by Vanonic. And he'll get harassed down there by Christensen and Pierce, but finally gets it out to Holthouse, and he'll take it down, and he traveled with it. He wanted to go to Lee. He finally got it there, but it was about a step too late. And possession back to BPC. BPC has not scored here in the third quarter. 1:37 to go. And they're looking to cut into a 4-point lead for the Bombers as they've just scored 4 points on their own. Beekman with it. He'll go to Huffman, right side to Christensen. He'll look up for 3. It's off, no good. Yoshimura with the rebound, and he'll give it to Holthouse, and he'll go back the other way with 1:15 to go in the third quarter. Gok with it at the 10-foot line now. He looks down to Vanonic. Vanonic double team down there, and there's going to be a jump ball. Christensen ties him up, and the possession will go to BPC. And checking in for the Bombers is going to be Brady Scalf, number 44, replacing Vanonic. Beekman will take it back the other way as we approach the 1-minute mark. We are at 1 minute remaining here in quarter number 3. Beekman on the drive. Nope, we're going to back it out. Looks at the 3, doesn't take it. Huffman now on the dribble to the right wing. Still on the dribble. Going to drive the baseline, dump it out to Rhodes, up top to Beekman. Beekman for 3. His shot is off, no good. Pierce with the rebound. He's going to go right back up, and that time he's going to be fouled. I don't know if it's going to be Holthouse or Scalf. We'll wait and see who it's on for Macomb. Going to be on number 44, Brady Scalf. And it's going to be Pierce at the free throw line for the Spartans. Chance to finally get the Spartans on the scoreboard here. Missed the first one. 4th team foul here in the second half for Macomb. Pierce's second free throw is good, so BPC is on the scoreboard finally here in quarter number 3. They trail by 3, 13-10. 38 seconds to go in the quarter. Holthouse with it. Picked up by Huffman. He goes to Lee, top of the key. Lee looks at it. Beekman almost daring him to shoot it. Holthouse is going to get called for, or actually Huffman's going to get called for the foul on Holthouse. Be Huffman's first, I believe. Team's third. In the corner goes to Gok. Gok on the drive, pulls out, gives it to Lee. Lee from about 10 feet, a nice look, but the shot's off, no good. Rebound by Christensen, and Christensen's going to be fouled by Yoshimura. It is on Yoshimura. It'll be his first, team's 5th of the second half. Double dribble. Turnover. Five fouls to 3 here in the third quarter. Both teams have fouled more than they've scored. 7.9 seconds left. Holdhouse with it. Beekman's going to guard him. And he gets across half court. That's a long 7 seconds. Finally, the clock's going to run out, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. Macomb leads BPC 13-10. We'll be right back after this.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
Helps me reach peak performance in the weight room. Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, you better come home because there's no roof. He said, I look up and see the sky. He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
All right, coming out of the timeout here as we get ready to go with quarter number 4, 6 minutes remaining. Spartans trail by 3, 13-10 here in 8th grade boys basketball action. Live from BPC High School on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Gok with it. He's going to drive, and he almost got fouled. Might have. Kristen's going to get the steal, give it to Beekman. Beekman's going to go try to do the running one-hander, and it's blocked by Holdhouse. He's going to take it back the other direction. Can Huffman beat him down the floor? He can. And Huffman was there to take a charge, but tried to block instead. And Holdhouse is going to get the bucket to fall, and a foul is going to be charged to Huffman. According to my stats, that's his second, team's 4th. McKim's going to check back in and replace Braxton Rhodes. And Holdhouse makes the bucket. And he's got the old-fashioned three-point play attempt, and it's good as well. 16-10, a 6-point lead, largest lead of the game for either team right now. As Beekman has it taken away. And Lee saw somebody streaking down the court and thought was one of his players, but it was Huffman for BPC instead. Pierce is going to drive. He gets a little contact by Scalf, but it's going to be tracked down by Huffman and out of bounds as he stepped on the baseline. Scalf kind of gave Pierce a little bit of a boost as he was trying to shoot that, and it went off the side of the backboard. Holdhouse with it now for Macomb. 5:15 to go in the ball game. 16-10. As we're in the fourth quarter. Zimmerman looks for a turnaround jumper. It's off, no good. Rebound to Christensen for BPC. Right side, it's Huffman with the basketball. 4:40 to go. Pierce with it now. Has a pick set by McKim. Finally puts the ball on the floor, gives it to Beekman, right wing. Pierce on the drive, dumps it up to Beekman for 3, right wing. It's off the rim, no good. Zimmerman high for the rebound for Macomb. He gives it to Holdhouse, and it goes back the other way now. 4:15 to go. Lee for 3. It's off, no good. Rebound tipped around. Holdhouse with the rebound. It's off, no good. Pierce with the rebound for BPC, and Beekman brings it back this way. Huffman now with it on the left side. He looks down to McKim. McKim puts up the shot. It's off, no good, and Pierce is going to go over the top, over the backside of Lee, and it'll be a foul on number 45, Tanner Pierce for BPC. That's team's 5th. It's a 30-second timeout charge to Macomb. I'm going to bring you to the game here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is McDonough District Hospital. McDonough District Hospital athletic trainers and the MDH Rehabilitation Center with locations in Bushnell and Macomb provide expert help to Spartan student athletes and Bombers as well in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. 3:55 to go here in the fourth quarter. BPC has managed just 1 point here in second half play. They were knotted at 9 apiece at the halfway point. The Bombers have not blown up the scoreboard either. They've scored just 7 points, but when you're on a 7-1 run, I guess that's pretty good when you're nearly halfway through the final quarter and you're up by 6 points. Lee with it as he has it tipped away by Huffman on a pass. Beekman's going to go the other direction, and then Lee does a good job of getting back down the floor and altering Beekman's shot. Holdhouse gets it, gives it to Zimmerman, and Zimmerman gets another bucket to fall. That's actually Zimmerman's first bucket, but the Bombers are opening up a lead now. So they lead 18-10. Now, Huffman's pass to Pierce goes through his hands out of bounds, and Vanonic's going to check back in for the Bombers. He'll replace Jeffrey Lee. And Connor Upton's going to come back in for BPC as he'll replace Ethan McKim. Now Huffman's going to try and guard the inbound play a little bit, but Holthouse gets it. They're double teaming are the Spartans, but now it's going to be Zimmerman, picked up by Upton. Upton's going to force Zimmerman to the baseline. He throws one up. Holthouse with the rebound and the putback. Huffman now. And call Upton with a illegal pick, block, whatever you want to call it. Another foul for BPC. 2:55 to go, and that will be the extended timeout here for the COVID timeout, we'll call it, I guess. I'm going to bring you tonight's game here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH is the Bushnell Banking Center. Bushnell Banking Center, located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell, offers full-service banking and loan services for all of your banking needs. Come visit the Bank of Friendly Service or call them at 309-772-2345. Good luck, Spartans. Bushnell Banking Center is an equal housing lender and member FDIC. And Hensley Grain. Hensley Grain in rural Bushnell has a long family history of taking an active role in the Bushnell Prairie City School District and especially Spartan athletics. Good luck, Spartans, in 2021, and enjoy your shortened athletic campaign. And Webb Family Farms has been growing corn, soybeans, and Spartans for 5 generations. Nathan, Lisa, Jamie, Cyrus, Terry, and Linda wish all BPC athletes good luck this season. And Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Bushnell, for over 100 years, Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Bushnell has been servicing the local community's needs for personal and business banking, as well as home and agricultural lending. Stop by the main branch at 484 East Main Street or their drive-up facility on Cole Street to learn more. F&M Bank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. So Coach Harrison out talking to his 5 players that are in the contest. That's Beekman, Huffman, Pierce, Upton, and Christensen. 5 on the floor for Macomb are Gach, Holthouse, Scalf, Zimmerman, and Vanonik. Holthouse to Zimmerman, right wing. 2:45 to go. Scalf for 3. It's off, no good. Rebound to Christensen. They get it to Beekman. 20-10 is the score. It's an 11-1 run here in the second half. Upton for 3. It's off, no good. Rebound tipped around, and it's finally going to be picked up by Vanonik. Vanonik's going to take it back the other direction now, so he's going to give it to Zimmerman. Zimmerman now looks to drive, pull up from about 10 feet, forces a shot a little bit. But Vanonik's going to get the rebound. A jump ball is going to be called possession to BPC. Checking in for Macomb will be Jan Yoshimura. I'm sorry. Mura. Beekman with it, 2:14 to go here in the basketball game as we approach the 2-minute mark. Beekman on the dribble. Right side it goes to Huffman. To Upton. Upton pump fakes, pulls up from about 18 feet. It's off, no good. Ball got a foul on Gok, I do believe, for Macomb. It is going to be number 23 on the foul. His second, team sixth. Both teams will be in the bonus here on out now. Beekman with it. Huffman. Rhodes, who's back in as well, had it over there. Now goes down to Pierce. Blocked by Vanonic. Rebounded by Holthaus. And they go back the other way. 1:42 to go. And then Huffman is going to pick up a foul. It's his third unofficially. Team seventh. That'll put Holthaus at the free throw line to shoot the one in bonus. Checking back in for Macomb. Number 32, Jeffrey Lee, is Chasten Vanonic takes a seat. Holthaus shooting the front end of the one in bonus. It's good. (21-10 is the score. Second one's off, no good. Huffman had it as Rhodes kind of tipped it a little bit, trying to get to it, and then realized Huffman would have got it, but it went nearly over Huffman's head. He was lucky just to get a hand on it. And then it's going to be change of basketballs. 1:40 to go in the basketball game. Macomb with the lead, 21-10. Lee had it, lost it, picked up by Christensen. And Beekman's going to go back the other way with 1:30 to go. 90 seconds remaining here in quarter number 4. Rhodes harassed by Zimmerman into Pierce. Turnaround jumper is off, no good. Rebound by Yoshimura. And his pass is taken away by Pierce. Now they're going to fall on the floor as Lee and Pierce down there fighting for it. And it's possession to Macomb. 1:16 to go. 21-10 is the score. Matt Gok going to inbound for Macomb. So he gets it into Holthaus, and he'll take it back the other direction as we approach the 1-minute mark now. Zimmerman with it. He's going to try and drive. Lofts up a weird-looking right-handed hook shot layup kind of thing. 1 minute remaining, 60 seconds, as BPC has the basketball now. Huffman to Christensen. His shot's off, no good. Zimmerman with the rebound, and he's going to lose it out of bounds. Possession back to BPC. 50.7 seconds remaining here in the 8th grade contest. Again, we played 8th grade first. We'll come back in just a little bit here with the 7th grade game. Pierce has it on the inbound from Beekman. His shot's up and good. First bucket of the half for BPC. Pierce has all 3 of BPC's points. 21-12. Holthaus with it. That's a carry. 35 seconds remaining. It's going to come all the way up top here, near the half-court stripe on the inbound. Pass intended for Rhodes goes out of bounds. Be Matt Gok to inbound with 28.8 seconds remaining. Beekman on to steal the inbounds, and he's going to travel as he tried to get it to Huffman. He was trying to decide whether to drive or not, and now they're going to have a timeout on the floor. Be charged to Macomb. It's a full timeout. It's 21-12. Full timeout on the floor. We'll be right back after this. So, 15-second horn. Bombers with a little timeout. Hannah's dropping things over here. 27 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. 21-12. Bombers to inbound. Matt Gock will bring it back in one more time for the Bombers. 21-12 as the score. It is correct on the screen. Zimmerman on a pass. Shots off, no good with 15 seconds remaining. Pierce is going to have it stolen away by Gock. Gock's going to try and get in the scoring column. His runner's off, no good. Zimmerman with the rebound. He puts it back up. It's off, no good, but a foul's going to be called on Pierce. It'll be Tanner Pierce's third unofficially. And Nazir Zimmerman's going to shoot 2 free throws with 6.6 seconds remaining. First free throw is off, no good. Second free throw is good. (22-12). Beekman's going to look, give it to Christensen for 3. It's off, no good, and that's how the contest will end. 22-12, the score. As we end this contest here for the 8th graders. We'll be back in just a couple minutes with the 7th grade game. I want to thank one more time TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, Bushnell Banking Center, Hensley Grain, Farmers and Merchant State Bank, Webb Family Farms, M&B Furniture, Country Financial Agent Shelley Poston, McDonough District Hospital, and all of the fine family sponsors. We're going to take a short break, and we'll look at our family support sponsors one more time, and we'll be back with the 7th grade contest in just a few minutes.